Okay, today is a nice sunny day, the end of January. We've been feeding pollen substitute and sugar syrup for the last week. So we have a nice warm day. We're going to check the bees, make sure they're not honey bound, and see if we need to take any precautions, maybe add another box on. I want to make sure the brood is starting to build up and the queen is producing. So we'll just do a quick check and see what's going on here. Not sure what's in the top box. We have an empty frame. And we'll just take this top box off and move on to the bottom box where it looks like the brood chamber is. Even though it's a nice warm day, the breeze is blowing. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time with this box exposed. So if you're going to check your bees, get in, get out, get them covered back up. You don't want to chill any brood that is going on. A little puff of smoke. So it looks like we have probably 3 good frames of a cluster here. Let's take a quick look. There we see a nice comb of bees. I am seeing some nectar around the outside. Plenty of room for more stores. Got a nice brood pattern there. Just a quick check for the queen. There she is. See the white dot from 2016, there's our queen. So while she's on the bottom, go ahead and set this back in. So I'm complete with this check. I've accomplished what I wanted to. There's room for more stores. So if the rest of the hives look like this, I'm going to continue feeding with sugar water. She is laying a good pattern of brood there. That was cap brood, so that is at least probably 2 weeks old. They emerge when they're 21 days. So this hive is good. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, we're going to move on to our second box. Same thing. We're just going to get in and get out. I'm going to probably go straight to the brood nest on this one. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on up top. You see that we got a good bit of bees moving around here. Good 3 or 4 frames of bees. Let's take a quick look. This is actually 5 frames of bees. You can tell there's a good bit of weight to the frame. So there is some spotted brood. Looks like brood is hatching already, or emerging. There is some nectar and capped honey on this side. I do see some newly emerged bees. You can see like these little fluffy guys here, those are newly emerged, so we know those are brand new bees. Not sure if we can pick out any eggs. I do see eggs. Some larvae that hadn't been capped yet. So we're good. We're done with this hive. We've got an active laying queen. We've got plenty of room in the brood nest for them to expand. We have an upper box for them to start filling. So we're going to continue feeding, and that's what this check was for. Okay, we're going to take a quick look at my honey hive. This hive is strictly for honey. We've got a few bees on the top here. It's strictly for honey. I don't use it for splitting. And I have 2 hives that are used for that. So off the bat, I see we have bees on the top, which is a good sign. This is a 3 stack, meaning we got bees all the way up. This is a good sign. This thing is loaded. So I want to make sure this is not getting ready to swarm. I mean loaded. I'm going to take a look at this second box. And I may pay for this. Winter, these bees are going to be grouchy. They're not going to want to be exposed. And I'm not wearing gloves. Alright, just going to put those back on. We got a ton of numbers on there. That's what I wanted to see. It warms up a little bit more, I'll check these and see if they need to be put another box on, is what I would consider. Right, next we're going to take a look at a 4-stack nuke. This is one of my primary nukes that I use for splitting. It is has bees in the upper box. I think it is mainly just stores. I'm going to lift it up, see about what the weight is. And see where the bees start. Oh, that's pretty good weight in that box. And we're looking at some open honey here. So it looks like we have another box of stores on top. So you can open that, maybe pick some of that up. See if it stores all the way through, if there's some brood at the bottom. So that is stores all the way through, both sides. So this has plenty of honey, so it's got 2 boxes of stores, which is still not bad because I'll use that when I'm making nukes here in a couple weeks. I can put a frame of honey with the new nukes that I do the splits with. So let's get into the brood chamber. So I immediately see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames of brood. Let me reposition the camera and get you a better look. Okay, so we're on the second box of this nuke. It's 2 boxes high. We got 2 boxes of stores off to the side. And once again, I'm just going to do a real quick check for stores and to make sure there is brood production. This is one of my best hives. It is usually pretty calm. I like doing queen grafted from this hive. In wintertime, it does not take much to set them off. Give them a little puff, mask any pheromones. Take a quick look. One thing I could say, if you want to slow down, take your gloves off. That will make you watch what you're doing and cause you to slow down. So I'm seeing brood pattern here. I'm seeing eggs and larvae. We have stores on both sides. Looking inside the hive, I'm seeing brood also. So this hive is building up. So I've seen all I need to see. I'm not going to open any more hives. I'm going to put this hive back together. And I'm going to continue feeding sugar water and bee pollen substitute. Here in the south, we're probably 3-4 weeks away from citrus blooms. In my bee yard, I have 4 citrus trees, and when they start, they will be covered with bees. So I'm just giving them an early start. With the bee substitute, we're fooling that queen, or convincing that queen that we have a nectar source coming in, and also pollen, so that she will lay.